Good evening, this is Digital Asset Guy. Thank you for being with me. Got another red day. I think that it's really exciting, even though most people are losing their minds. But we had a really interesting thing today. Here's Bitcoin on the 24-hour chart. We're down around 86, and we popped up to 90, over 90, and then came way back down like to 85 or so. But these are the kind of things, the cruel things that we see in bear markets, or the beginnings of bear markets. It might be a whale who just decided I'm going to take a shot at it, or for whatever reason, the market just had more buyers than sellers, and things like that happen where it's like, just kidding. XRP is looking really great to me at $1.85. Ethereum back down to 2,800, but pretty red day overall. Once in a while, you'll see some outliers, those privacy coins like Monero, Zcash up a little bit on the hour. Hedera getting back under 10 cents, which is looking really great to me. I think I bought my first Hedera hash graph around 4 cents or so. So it's looking good to me. When you've been in this game a while and you've been through multiple bull and bear cycles, it's not so scary when it comes down into the bear, because that's what it does. Crypto's very volatile, and it's just what it does. One that I'm really excited about down here is VeChain. Man, it's getting down here. Number 65, it's back down to about a penny. I think I bought my first VeChain when it was like half a penny or something like that, and it was really exciting. Before we get going, nothing that I say is financial or investment advice, just my own personal thoughts and opinions. One of my strongest thoughts and opinions is that I Trust Capital is the best platform in the crypto space for buying, selling, trading, investing in crypto. You can hold your crypto inside of an IRA, traditional Roth or SEP inside I Trust Capital, or the all-new premium custody account where you just hold your crypto in the account and you get to enjoy institutional grade custody. No matter which type of account, you pay 1% transaction fee for buying, selling, trading. That's a really great deal. A lot of exchanges are north of 3%. So this company's changed my life. I'll post a link down below as usual. Here is Crypto in America. I just love Crypto in America. Eleanor Terrett's the boss lady over there. Here's one of their interviews. Just take a little listen. They start every interview out by asking, what does crypto in America mean to you? So just take a little listen.
Today's guest is Anthony Noto, CEO of SOFI. SOFI is a fintech bank that made a major re-entry into the crypto market this year with the launch of SOFI Crypto, allowing its members to buy, sell, and hold digital assets directly within its app, making SOFI the first nationally chartered U.S. bank to offer in-app crypto trading. Anthony has been the CEO of SOFI since 2018. Welcome to the show, Anthony. We're excited to have you.
Thank you for having me.
We always like to start off by asking our guests, what does crypto in America mean to you?
Oh, a great question. To me, it means making sure that the U.S. leads the world in financial innovation to improve the lives of every person every day. To me, crypto is about using technology to make money move faster, make it easier, make it safer and cheaper, and in doing so, lowering costs for families and also increasing accessibility.
Anyway, you get the idea. All of their interviews are just so interesting to me, and I like how they get a little personal and kind of really dig in and get to know the people they interview. Post down in the comments below, if you would, put what crypto in America means to you. I want to know, and maybe we'll talk about some of them on the next video. Let's keep things moving here. So here's something interesting I saw today. Everybody knows blockchain backer is, I'm not a chart analyst, but I consider him like a mentor to me. I've done pretty well with being able to read the market sentiment and kind of start to identify moves in bear markets, bull markets, how it all goes. But anyway, blockchain backer, anyone who's been really listening to him lately or since September even, knows that blockchain backer called the top on the market, and he was like the first and only chart analyst to sound the alarm on the bear market starting. I'm not trying to bash Jake Claver, but I think I briefly met this guy at a crypto conference, and he's a great public speaker. He runs a good show and things, but I have seen a lot of kind of wild price speculation on XRP, and I think what his company does is they advertise being able to set up an LLC for you to hold your crypto inside, where it's like, you're not holding the liability if something bad were to happen, but basically helps you set up an LLC. But I don't know, I've just heard a lot of really crazy price predictions for XRP, and the way that he shared blockchain backer's post here, we haven't even seen Catalyst yet. He says, now we're on the same page. I don't think either Jake is misunderstanding or he's trying to twist what blockchain backer is saying, but blockchain backer is not saying bullish catalyst. He's saying bearish catalyst. Like whenever we go into a bear market, we really get locked into a bear market in a downtrend. Usually there's some really bad news narrative that scares everybody out of crypto, like an FTX or China banning crypto and blockchain, or Tesla is no longer accepting Bitcoin. It's too energy inefficient. Something like that. Blockchain backer saying we haven't even seen any negative catalysts yet. And I think Jake's misunderstanding or trying to make it out like blockchain backer saying there's bullish catalysts coming, but that is just not the case. I was actually just messaging with blockchain backer last night, and I'm just always, watching his markets in the morning and his posts, and it's not talking about bullish catalysts right now. And actually, if you look at this post from blockchain backer, I think I read this yesterday. He said, we're not able to break that $95,000 level. 95,000 still remains a problem child. Taking out November 21st, the 80,500 probably gets things moving faster. He means if we went all the way down there, like in 2021, which we are mirroring, well, maybe not mirroring, but we're certainly following the 2021 entry into the bear market. So I wouldn't be surprised to see us kind of continue down. It'd be nice to see kind of a relief rally, but really I'd rather just get this over with and come all the way down to like 60,000 and then get started with the grind back up. But we'll see, but seeming pretty bearish right now. Bitcoin's kind of like the heartbeat of the market, but if you just look at it on the monthly, we're going sideways. Soon as you go to the year, though, you see that big round top. And we've had a little bit of a pump. I mean, we got, almost up to 95 from all the way down here at 82. So, I could see it happening. Excuse me. All right, a lot of talk about, it's a lot of negative content right now, but that's kind of normal after we've seen the top and we go into bear markets. This guy, VINCENT SCOTT, he's a very interesting guy. I briefly met him, I believe, at XRP Las Vegas. Very, very interesting guy. He's talking right now. He says, to my fellow poors who hold these techs. Just take a listen.
My fellow poors that hold these techs, You will not be rich overnight. I'm sorry it falls to me to bring you back down to reality. I don't care what yarn these platformed individuals love to spin with all these scenarios and caveats and whatever else. The plain and simple fact is these institutions who have the real value will not be using these techs to settle transactions with other people's money before they are protected up, down, left, right, and center from any liability. There must be full regulations for it all.
And I agree with that. You know, when I was at XRP Vegas and Bitcoin Vegas, and I was hearing these heavy hitters talk at these after parties and things, you know, I asked a couple of them point blank. I'm like, look, what do you know? What's going on? Why do you work at Ripple, or why do you work here or there, wherever? What do you believe is coming? And they're like, well, we don't know, or we're not allowed to say, but we will tell you the institutions are lined up for when the right legislation is put in place. To me, that sounds like the Clarity Act, and a couple people said, they just came out and said, you know, when the Clarity Act signed in October, that's definitely going to be a bullish catalyst, and we'll probably have a blow off top into the end of the year. So when we didn't get that, that's when I was kind of realized, oh, you know what? It's like the perfect scenario, surprise scenario for it to be the end of the cycle, and wrong foot everybody. And that's kind of what we just saw. But anyway, I think this guy's really, really smart. He's kind of got like a little bit of a wild sort of rough around the edges style, but he's smart, and it's very entertaining too. But anyway, I kind of like his take on that. Yeah, you will not get rich overnight. Sometimes you can. You know, usually when people get rich in crypto, it's usually not. It's at times where nobody's in crypto, and we just have this quiet grind up. You know, like back here with XRP, you know, doing 700%. This is like when no one was in this right here, from 50 cents up to like, you know, $3, $3.50. That's like 700%. Nobody was in. You know, I was a crazy person trying to give my classes, not giving financial advice, but just telling what I thought and believed and what I've seen in the past. Nobody was into it, you know. They're giving free classes in person in my home city. Bunch of people sign up, say they're going to be there, and then like 3 people show up. And then we're up here. Then suddenly people start calling me when we're all up in here. And then it's just, you know, when people get rich in crypto, it's when you're in this stuff when nobody wants it. And then it goes, and then people try to get in after it already happened. And it's just that simple, you know. People get rich in crypto by being in when other people aren't willing to be in. But anyway, things like this, like Brad Garlinghouse saying in March on Bloomberg, I predicted RLUSD would be a top 5 USD stablecoin by end of year, when many in the industry were still asking if the world needs another stablecoin. I'll just leave this here. Yeah, RLUSD, it is definitely moving up. I think it's like in the top 60 now, and a top 5 stablecoin. Stablecoins are going to really re-revolutionize the financial system, because it'll be the utility of the blockchain that it's on. So, something really interesting. All right, I need to shorten these videos up. I've been having friends tell me. I start babbling. But anyway, thank you very much for being with me. If you have any comments, please put them below. Soon I want to start making some kind of new content. I want to have different parts of the channel where I have the nightly news videos. I get so many people texting me all the time from my hometown saying, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? You know, what did it seem like in the last bear market? Is this? And I'm like, I'm telling people in my news videos, and some people watch them, some don't, but I don't know. It's kind of like therapy just to get my thoughts out. But then I want to have other parts of the channel where I document when I'm traveling on trips, maybe even record some other content about how crypto is affecting other parts of life with me and also others, but like relationships, friendships, family things, because crypto is a lifestyle. That's one thing that I've learned. I started out being a musician, and this really great college professor, musician who was on the road with Frank Sinatra, played all over the place, all over in the 50s and things. One time he said the thing people don't realize until it's too late is that music is a lifestyle. And you can be good at music or want to do it, but if you're not willing to live that lifestyle, it's going to weed you out. So I've found crypto is very, very similar, because this is not like investing in stocks. This is not like investing in real estate. It's not like having a job. This is a different animal entirely. And it's a very, very unique lifestyle. So anyway, I want to get into more different aspects of it. Thank you for being with me here. Give me a like, subscribe. Please share this video with anyone that you think it would have value to. And I'll see you in the next one. Digital Asset Guy out.